Karen, you ready to dance? Karen, you're dancing. Everybody's watching.
Yeah. Hey, everyone.
Oh, guys, you are in for a treat. You're going to hear from Karen tonight. All right. Good evening, everybody. All right. We are excited to have you on with us tonight. If you have a friend that's not on, be sure to send them a message. Say, guys, jump on. Don't miss out, because, your chatting and your questions and your comments all make a difference to how we are able to share with everybody as well. And so we want to remind you guys always to be sure to grant StreamYard permission to see that you're watching when you comment, so it doesn't just show up as Facebook person face or YouTube. And remember, we do stream this both on YouTube to public on our Hooray Sales channel, as well as here on our Hooray company page, where you can watch it and go back and rewatch it and things like that. So it is time for our Move It Monday. We have some great things planned for you tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started, because, time is of the essence, right? And, we always like to start by reminding ourselves that every day is a new day, and every new day gives us new opportunities, and that helps to create a new you. Not that there's anything wrong with the you, but the potential of what you can be is so much bigger than sometimes we imagine. And a lot of times what holds us back is something called fear. And a head full of fear, it has no space for dreams. And I want you to kind of think about that and what that means to you. A head full of fears has no space for dreams. You see, when we are caught in this mindset of what we can't do, or what might happen, or what might not happen, we allow ourselves to be paralyzed. And fear is often described as a false expectation appearing real. And so what that means is that our mind conceives of these things, these obstacles, these problems, these scenarios that are designed to help protect us. And, from the old days when we all were like, oh my God, there's a lion, let me run. Oh my gosh, there's a saber-toothed tiger, let me run. That fear factor of I have to be always on alert, or, my life might be over. And now we've taken that to this point that anything that we perceive as going to be difficult, anything that we perceive as might be a challenge for us, we allow ourselves to create these stories about what might not happen, or how badly things can happen. And instead of that, one of the things that we want to do, and we've been talking all summer long about, the shift in the way we look at things and our mindset, and how important that is to the success, because no matter what happens to us, it's going to happen. And so what really makes the difference is how we handle what happens to us. And if we continually remind ourselves of our dreams, and continually remind ourselves of the things that we want to achieve and the possibilities of what we want to achieve, then we don't leave much space for fear to creep in. We don't allow our brain to hold space for the limiting beliefs and the limiting factors. I always like to say when somebody's, been replaying a story over and over and over about what happened or what might happen, I often say, why are you allowing someone to set up tent in your brain rent free? Because really and truly, that's what we do. When we allow these negative thoughts, these fearful thoughts to take over in our brain, we're letting them live there rent free, and they're not making us any money. So really and truly, it's up to us to create that mindset that says, my dreams are possible because I can conceive them. And because I can conceive them, that means I have the ability to achieve them. And then we just set a path to make those things happen. So tonight we're going to talk about a few things you can do. If you think, I don't know if I can make my goal for the month, well, we're going to talk about the things you can do that will help you do that as well. So I want to talk first to those folks of you, those consultants out there who are, maybe have been holding some parties and you have $1,000 in sales, you have $1,500 in sales. And that's a great thing to have achieved. But there's so much more possible for you if you will think a little bit bigger. There's some of you that have already sold $3,000, $3,500, $4,000 this month. And there's some of you that have welcomed 1, 2, or 3 new people onto the team this month. And for each and every one of you consultants that fit into those categories, I want you to understand that in the next 10 days, you can take hold of possibilities. You can achieve manager level in these next 10 days. And it's all about making up your mind that this is going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. And setting your course on what it's going to take to make it happen. So to qualify as a brand new manager, you need 3,000 in unit sales. That's you plus the people that you've recruited, plus the people that they've recruited. And the people that they've recruited, basically 3 levels of people underneath you, all of you working together, 3,000 in unit sales. But you have to have 3 people that you've welcomed yourself. So 3,000 in teams for your sales, or 3,000 in sales from your team, 3 people that you've welcomed plus you, and you could qualify as a brand new manager. And as a brand new manager, you enter into this program. It's called the New Manager Growth Program, and you qualify in this program for the next 3 months to make these 3 goals. And basically it's $3,000, $3,500, $4,000. So you qualified with 3. All you got to do is do that again. The next month, add 500 more. The next month, add 500 more. And each month, just add 1 more person to your team. Each month that you do it, you get a reward, $100, an Ultra Pro, and a micro cooker. But when you've done it all 3 months in a row, you're going to also get an iPad. Now, I don't know about you, but that would be a really nice gift to give yourself for the holidays. It could be a great gift for somebody else that you know. And it's great because you didn't have to buy it. And in the process of this, you're also going to be making more money. And it doesn't take a lot more time, because the great thing at the manager level, it's you've given yourself a promotion without really having to invest a lot more effort, because your director is going to continue to work with you just as she has. And she's going to continue to work with the people that you've brought in that are on your team, just like she works with you. So really and truly, it's not a lot of extra effort for you, but it is an opportunity to add an extra 100, 150, 200 or more to your income, plus some great rewards. Now, what about you that have been managers before? Maybe life happened and you've drop back. Well, you know what? You can qualify again as well, and you can step back up into leadership this month. Same thing, 3,000 in sales, 3 recruits that are your personal recruits that are active. And then in September, October, and November, simply by getting paid as a leader, getting paid at 3,000 in sales and maintaining 3 people on your team, you're going to get this amazing Bring on the Party rolling kit bag. It's so cool. You definitely want that as well. And what about those of you who are already managers, star managers, and executive managers? Well, guess what? You too can get this rolling kit bag simply by getting paid at title. August, September, and October. So you've got 10 days to get paid at your title and continue that in September and October, and you're going to get your rolling kit bag as well. And that, my friends, is a fantastic thing to have in your collection, right? So who's going for it? I want to hear it in the chat. I want to see from who, those of you there, are you going to make the plan right now that in these next 10 days, I'm stepping up? Do you know what you need? Do you know where you are? Do you need the recruits? Do you need the sales? We're going to talk about both of those tonight, so you'll have a chance to take advantage of those tips and ideas we're going to share so that you can make that happen as well. But go ahead and let us know that that's what you're working towards so we can cheer you on and support you in making that happen. Now, one of the things that you have to help you to move these people into the business, to give them the opportunity to join, is, of course, there's always a first order reward and there's already a party bonus. Guys, we have already welcomed 90 new people onto our team this month, which is fantastic. But you know what? Last year in August, we welcomed 135. So we're going for that. We want to welcome 45 more people in the next 10 days. And this is what we can offer them, is this chance to get these amazing utensils for $10 and this Ultra Pro casserole for just $25. And in the process of helping them to get that, you're going to be adding sales to your team. And you're going to be getting some great rewards for yourself, because for the first one, you're going to be able to qualify for this this barbecue set. And for the first 3 that you bring in, you're going to be able to get this Ultra Pro. Plus, you're going to also qualify for, go back over there, for some recruiter rewards. So for the second person that you bring, for 2 people that you bring in that submit $40, you're going to get a piece of cookware. For 4, you're going to get another piece of cookware. And for 6, you're going to get another piece of cookware. So that's a really great reason to keep offering and keep helping people, because all they have to do is sell $40 for you to get these great rewards. Now, we do have some folks that I want to share with you right now. I'll just show that all together. These are the folks who have already qualified. We have 3 of our brand new reps that have joined this month that have already qualified for their party bonus, their Ultra Pro. So let's give a big shout out and a cheer for Brittany Meredith, Natalie Dixon, and Karen Wamser. If you know them, call them out on the chat, give them some love, give them some hearts, give them some cheers there as well. And look at all those folks who have already qualified for the utensils. And you know what? There's so many of you that are super close that that could pull this off today, if not tomorrow. And that's the key. So here's what I want you guys to all be thinking about. Who do I know that I can share this with and offer this with so that they can take advantage of it and I can take advantage of the great rewards for me? Speaking of which, for those new recruits that are coming in and for all of you, you have always some great rewards that you can add new products to your kitchen. And I know many of you have joined this business simply because you love Tupperware and you want to buy Tupperware at a discount. And you know what? I think that's a great reason to be in Tupperware. But at the same time, doesn't it make more sense to have a little stream of income coming in so that you can then turn and buy the things that you want at a discount? See, that's the smart way. I always say it's like using the Tupperware opportunity to support your habit. So you've got to get a wish list of products that you want. And instead of just taking your money out of your pocket to buy those things at a discount, why not share your free website with your friends, with your family? Ask your friends and family to post and share for you as well. 25% commission, and that 25% commission is going to then give you an opportunity to qualify for these rewards, and that commission is going to be able to be used to buy products that you want for yourself without taking money out of your pocket. That way your husband, your significant other, will not get mad at you because you're spending all this money on Tupperware. And at the same time, you're going to feel like it's free money. It's free Tupperware because I didn't take the money out of my pocket. Somebody else bought something. I took the money that I made off what somebody else bought, and then I bought something for myself at a discount, which means I got even more for my money. But in the process, with 500 in sales, you can get this great Crystal Wave bowl set at $1,000, you can add one of these 3 awesome sets, Fridge Smart Modular Mates or the Clearly Elegant. And at 2,000, you can add an additional set of those. So which of these are you going for? I know a couple of you told me yesterday that you are already working on some of these, and I think that's so exciting. But you know what? We need to think a little bigger, a little broader, a little maybe more outside the box about how we can go about selling the sales that we need to hit these levels. So I have invited one of my friends here. Let me grab her and bring her on. There she is. I've brought one of my great friends on here. She's one of our amazing directors, Karen. And Karen is like been just kicking it out of crazy. She went to Jubilee. She had earned her WOW trip as a new director. She took her family on an all expense paid cruise for the week after Jubilee. She drove her Tupperware vehicle.
I did.
All the way down there and all the way back. She had her first director moment where somebody flagged her down in the parking lot because they saw her car, which was kind of exciting.
It was.
And but she came home and she says, I'm never doing this again. I'm never planning a trip after Jubilee because I'm so excited and I've got so much I want to do. And I'm without an internet for a week. But you know what? She has hit the ground running the whole drive home. Her husband was driving. She was working. She has hit the ground running since she got home. She's welcomed 5 new people onto her team. And she's added several hundreds of dollars in sales to her personal sales since she got home. And I asked her to kind of share a little bit with us about what she's been doing. So Karen, I'm turning this over to you.
Hey, everyone. Thank you, Marsha. So this is one of the things, and I'll be honest with you, because of the fact that I went to Jubilee and then we went to on a cruise, I did not book any parties. And I was like stressing out the whole way, like, what am I going to do with not having any parties at all booked for this month? And I did start booking some on my way home from the cruise, but to kind of help make up some money for some income, what I started doing, and a lot of my team members also do this when we get to the point where we're really struggling just to get some sales, because let's face it, we all have those months and we all have those weeks that our sales aren't quite where we want them to be. One of the things that we like to do is we do some raffles, and I have an amazing consultant on my team, April, who makes up a ton of our raffles. My husband was doing them for a while, and we won't tell him, but I think April does a better job. But I don't even know where I got the cupcake one from. I got that from somebody. I don't know if it was, I may have kind of borrowed that from somebody else, a different consultant. I don't really remember. It could have been another direct sales company. I don't know. But I like to use the cupcake one on Tupperware birthday. So kind of what you do is everybody buys a cupcake, and by time you finish with your once you sell all your 25 cupcakes, one winner will win $100 worth of products, and the rest of the $25 is typically your tax, your shipping, all of that. So it covers their complete order to be shipped directly to their house. So it's a really nice way to do an online order, and it was an easy $100 order right then and there. So it's quick and easy. Another thing that we try to do sometimes, and we did this with the vintage set, there are times that we do this with sale items, but you have to be careful when you do it with sale items, because when you do it with a sale item, you have to think of 2 things. When are you starting your raffle? Because if you're starting your raffle the last week of the sale and they sell out before you sell off all your raffle tickets, then what are you going to do at that point? People bought the raffle ticket. So you either have to then purchase it yourself and then sell it from your stock and pay for shipping to them, which you can absolutely do that. And I have been fortunate where when that happened to me, luckily that person was local, so I didn't actually have to pay to ship it. I was able to just drop it off at their house, which was nice. But when you use regular price items, you don't have to worry about that because it's in the catalog and it's always going to be there. So when you do the raffles with anything on sale, just be mindful of, are you starting it off in the very beginning of the month? And are you giving yourself enough time to sell all the raffle tickets? The nice thing about the cupcake one that I use, it's whatever they want. So they get $100 shopping spree to spend however way they want. So it doesn't make a difference. It's when you do the items like the Vent and Serve. Now I did the Vent and Serve. I sold a couple of those since I've come back. And one of the nice things that I do also try to do when I can, when you get something that's in the catalog, like the Vent and Serve, the top one is $40. The bottom one is $58. So that value is $98. So the person who won the Vent and Serves, I said to them, okay, so you could have that combination, but you know what? Some people don't want the square or some people don't like the round ones. So I said to her, you have $98 to put towards any combination of the Vent and Serves that you want. And then if you end up spending more money, you just pay the difference. So I charged her the difference for the shipping and charged her the difference for the tax to cover all of that. She decided to then get the big $171 set. Okay. And she got it for a great deal because I took off $98 of it. So she ended up paying very little on the big, huge set. So it's a great way when you do the stuff in the catalog to kind of upsell it as well. And so instead of getting a $98 order, I just turned that into a $171 order. It's a little bit more work on your part because you want to make sure that you are completely transparent with them because you don't want them to think that you screwed them in any way. Make sure that you calculate the shipping difference from the $98 versus the $171. It's just a difference between your tax and your shipping and the cost of the item. And you do that. So it's a nice way to get a couple of quick sales, especially if you're like towards the end of the month and you have a group of people that you really think like you can go to people at work and say, hey, $5 a square. How many squares do you want? You know, it's a nice, easy, quick way. Sometimes it's not very quick. So that's where I just say you have to be mindful with anything that's on sale with the vintage set. I did that in the very beginning. And then I got nervous that I was leaving for my cruise and I didn't sell all my tickets yet. And we were supposed to end that vintage sale. So right before my cruise, I actually went ahead and ordered the entire set. And then I come home and they extended it. So I still turned around and reordered it again and had it shipped directly to the customer because the customer lived out of state. So it's just easier to do that. So that's just kind of what my team has been doing. And it's been working fairly well. Like I said, it's not a great way to run your business for the entire month, but it's a quick way to get a couple of extra sales when you need them.
And what you just said, I think, is the key to this. This is not your meat and potatoes, but this is the gravy. And right. And as Karen said, Karen is a great party holder. She usually holds 3-4 parties a week. She's always selling for 4,000, 4,500 or more. She holds parties all the time and she helps she works with her new consultants about helping them do their parties. But like she said, we were at Jubilee one week and she was on a cruise for a week. And, so with all of that going on, she wasn't prepared when she got home with the parties that she needed. So she knew this was something she could do immediately to start bringing some sales in. And as she continued to work on dating parties, because you've been dating some parties, I know this week.
I have been dating parties and I am hosting launch parties as well. But I'll tell you, I probably sold about $1,000 just with these raffles because I was pushing them so hard because of the fact that I was gone. And actually there was times during Jubilee, I was posting these, and for the little bit of internet service I had, I was posting those because I knew those would kind of sell when I couldn't be in front of that camera trying to sell.
Yeah. So. And what I think on one of them, I'm not sure if it was on one of these, you had done one where it's $5 a square, but if they buy 5 squares, they get one free.
Yes. That is something that I choose to do that because it will get them to buy more. And that does cut into my profit a little bit. But if I'm desperate and I need sales, I'd rather cut into my profit a little bit to get those sales to where I want them to be. Because if I accumulate enough sales, I'll make up the few dollars I'm going to lose with my bonuses. So it all, for me.
And you can always just add a couple of more cupcakes or a couple more squares
right,
to make up the difference. And if you sell them and don't give one away free, then you just made a little extra over that you can offer. You can add that little extra something into their order because, we have that great, would you like to add a gift to your customer's order?
Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. Time out. Yes. Also, when I do these raffles, then I turn around and I contact that person who won and says, oh, by the way, if you want to pay for, because this purchase qualifies for a special purchase. And then I kind of upsell that as well. So then you're getting your extra bonus little prizes too. So I always make sure to tell them about that. So then this way they spend a little bit more.
Yeah. So it's all about building relationships, guys. That's what I want you to think about. And Karen does that. She takes a lot of care in making sure that her customers get the best. And then she goes that extra mile to make sure that she takes care of them. So that's something to learn. I hope you all love this idea. Thank you, Karen. I know you've got some other stuff you've got doing tonight, but we appreciate you for coming on. Let's give her a bunch of love, guys. And of course, just, share what you thought about her idea, how you love it, what you're going to do with it this week. All right. Yes, that's exactly, Kathy. And isn't it great to have a team like this that works together so well and helps each other out so well? That's what makes it special. That's what makes it unlike any other direct sales company out there, that we are one big family and we're always there to support and help each other as well. All right, guys. So I want to share with you something exciting that is coming tomorrow, because we are going to have a kind of a pre-sale. They're going to actually open up these items tomorrow at 3 p.m. for you to share with your customers. So it's a lot of our brand new things in the brand new colors. I've got my freezable water bottle. We've got our sandwich keepers in the new colors. We've got our Premia glass, which is in the catalog. We have our snack cups and our minis in the new colors. We have this amazing new gel ring that we have, as well as these really cool, amazing new stackable clear servers, stores for your coffee, your sugar, your tea bags. You could use it for salt. I'm already thinking I'm going to put one with salt and one with sugar. Make sure I put which one it is so I don't put the wrong one. Right by the stove, so it's easy to grab and dump into my food when I'm cooking. And all of these open up tomorrow. So if you've been planning some of those, hello, goodbye parties. So we're saying goodbye to these colors. We're saying hello to these colors. You actually can go ahead and offer that in the same party now. So go ahead and get those parties. If you haven't scheduled one, schedule your own, invite people, to come check out what's new coming in Tupperware. And you just might get a sneak peek and a chance to purchase, because they don't know, but you're going to then be able to offer it to them and they'll be able to take advantage of it, including that brand new thermal flask there as well, which I'm pretty excited about that one, to be able to have that to carry my coffee in the fall. So that's something new. It hasn't been announced yet. You got it first. Also, of course, we have this great cake taker that we are offering at the $350 level with 2 bookings for our host. And you'll notice that I still have these these space-saving smart containers on here. And you said, but Marsha, that ended last week. Well, I just found out. Now, I don't know about the purchase with purchase. I didn't have a different picture. But these are going to be reopening because they still had some inventory of these at this special price. So these are going to also open back up tomorrow at 3 p.m. for a limited supply while supplies last. So be ready tomorrow as soon as that information comes so you can grab it. Because if you've got that list of folks who contacted you on Thursday last week and said, oh yeah, I want to get that Potato Smart, it's too late. Well, it's not too late now because you can offer that to them and you can reach out to them with that as well. Also, of course, as you know from last week, the vintage collection was extended and we brought back all those great Cervelier pieces. So now literally they can get the entire collection. And this is really cool because if you had people who just got in on the vintage wagon this month with the pitchers and the tumblers and the plates, you can now reach back to those people and say, hey, did you want to add some of these? Because I know you got those others. By the same token, those people who back earlier in the summer and the spring took advantage of the Cervelier offers, you can reach back to them with the new ones that have been extended. So you've got this also as another really big event that you can do. Now, some of you remember last week, we talked about this party in a post, right? Where you put on your page asking people, will you help me out and allow me one post on your page? And of course they say yes. You then message them and you tell them that you're going to give them a picture, an image, and you're going to give them some words to say. And they're going to post that on their personal page, because the key to this working is that they have to post it on their page, not you. They have to post it on their page, because when they post it on their page, their friends see it. If you post it on the page, they see it. So you want them to, you want their friends to come up in their friends' feeds. Their friends would see it if they came to their page, but they're not going to come to their page just out of the blue. But see, if it's on their feed and it comes up in their friends' feeds, then they're going to see it. So that's why you always get them to do it. But the key is, once again, once that person posts, they tag you. So they say, my friend Marcia can hook you up. That's going to trigger it for you. Okay, they've done it. You're going to go in and you're going to start posting underneath them. You're going to, in the comments, you're going to post your website. You're going to post some more pictures, maybe pictures of these things individually. But the point I'm getting to is that if you had folks that did this for you those first 2 weeks with the pitchers and tumblers and the luncheon plates, now's a chance to go back to that original post and in the comments post these new offers, post the Cervelier offers, and kind of bump it so it goes back up to the top of the feed and people see it again, because that's going to bring back some more incremental business. And that, once again, is another way that you're going to create a little more sense of urgency, a little more sales into your business this week, so that in these next 10 days, you're going to maximize the earning potential of what you have. You're going to be able to earn more free stuff. You're going to qualify for your cash bonuses. You're going to move up to leadership. You're going to earn leadership bonuses. The sky is the limit, guys, when you set your sights on what is possible and not what might not happen. Focus on what you can do and what you can make happen, and see with your mind's eye those things happening as well. Now, one of the products that we have right now that, of course, we have this new catalog and this new mailer coming out, and your sampling is open for that. But that's not what I wanted. Okay. But we have some specials, and I don't have the slide for the specials that we have right now, but one of them that we have right now is our pressure cooker. And I cooked dinner tonight and I was making videos for you, and I didn't get them all finished, uploaded, because I have to convert them. But I did have this really cool video that I want to share with you guys, because I think this is a great one to be sharing with folks about our pressure cooker, because the pressure cooker is on sale. And if you're not familiar with it, I want you to take a minute to check this out. right, I'm going to play that again in case you missed it because I was having a little bit of trouble getting it all up there for you. But I'm going to play that again just so you have a chance to check it out. This is actually a video that is posted in our top social. I will also share it on our Hooray Business page so that you can also grab it and share it as well with your friends. But the recipe is up for you to see as well. It's super simple. All right, I'm back. There we go. So I hope that was just kind of a neat little thing for you to see and see how it works as well. Let me take this recipe off here for you. And I'll give you kind of a little preview of what I cooked for dinner last night or tonight. And like I said, I didn't get them all finished, but I'll give you a quick kind of look at some of them and maybe you'll get some ideas. And in fact, I'm going to be sharing with you a product that we don't sell here in the US, but it is when we sell in Europe. And you never know if this might show up in Tupperware, USA. So tonight we are making a black bean and sweet potato enchilada. It's a vegan recipe, absolutely yummy. And I'm using a brand new tool that is possibly a product of the future. It's being sold in our European market. I want to give you a quick look at it. It's so cool. Basically, you have these little pieces that you can add to slice and dice, change it to what you want. You have I'm doing sweet potatoes, and you just push it just like that, and it drops it right down into the bottom, just like that. Boom, and it pops them in there. There we go. It's another one. Boom, another one. Boom, and one more. Boom. There we go. And now they're all done, ready to go. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to this and some chipotle seasoning. Going to bake these. Depending on how many you're doing, you could also do this in the Micro Pro grill and for a smaller portion size of these. So we're going to roast these up, and then we're going to mix them with some spicy black beans and corn tortillas and a salsa verde. We'll come back and show you the rest of that in just a minute. All right, our sweet potatoes are coming out of the microwave. We did them 6 minutes in the Micro Pro grill. The cover here is a little warm, so I'm going to use my towel to remove that. And there they are. Aren't they looking amazing? So that was 3 smallish sweet potatoes cut in that very fun new tool I showed you. Comes from our European market. Hopefully we'll see that here in the US. And I'm just going to stir these up. They're starting to get brown. I want to caramelize. One of the things that's great about something like sweet potatoes or any of your vegetables is that when you roast them, it releases the natural sugars and kind of caramelizes that. So I'm just going to pull those in there like that. I'm doing them in the baking position, not in the grilling position. I'm going to kind of spread them out so they're all single layer. And we'll stick them in there for about 3-4 more minutes. Just to get them nice and caramelized. These are going to go inside my black bean and sweet potato enchiladas. They will give it the creamy texture and almost a cheesiness because of the spicy flavors that I've put on it. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. We'll come back and check out the finished product in just a sec. Now it's time for the spicy black beans. 1 can of black beans with some Southwest chipotle and garlic powder, some fresh jalapeno, some red and green peppers, as well as some onion, all chopped and ready to go in the pressure cooker. We're going to put this in there for about 15 minutes, let them get nice and soft, and we're going to mash them all up to go as a filling in our sweet potato and black bean enchiladas. All right, so that's as far as I got, guys. You don't get to see the finished product yet, but I will be coming back to share with you on the page the last few bits of it. I did them in a series of small videos, and so it was kind of hard for me to get them. I had to upload them to one site to convert them and then download them, and I didn't anticipate that's what I had to do with all those little videos. So I've got 3 more videos to share with you. One showing you what the beans look like as we take them out, we mash them, and then I put the tortillas together or put the enchiladas together and put them back in that same MicroPro grill. So I didn't have to mess up another container. And then we cooked them in that. And I'll show you the finished product because there's nothing left for those, but I'll share you the finished products with those as well. So what I'm trying to share with you is that, you know what? Nothing has to be like perfect. You can cook dinner and just put the camera on, go live and talk while you're doing it. You didn't even see me when I was doing it, except maybe my hands. And so this is a great way for you to do some of your videos, is that you can just, set the camera up on the countertop, put your iPad up. You can cook dinner and talk while you're cooking dinner and show the products in use. And then you can stop it, and go finish cooking something and come back and say, okay, let's finish up what we were doing. And people can see it that way as well. You might be cooking 2 or 3 things. Some of you, like over a 30-minute period, you're cooking part of it. That part goes in the microwave. You can then be starting on something else. And then when that one finishes in the microwave, you can pull it out and the other one can go in the microwave, or it could be a sauce that's going to go on the thing that was in the microwave. There's just so many different options of what you can do. And the key is to take the products and use them in your kitchen and just do some short little videos and go live with those and share those with people, because that's what's going to make people want it. I had some over the weekend. I was cooking with my granddaughters. We made some paella, and we used one of our early pans. It's a big 14-inch casserole pan, and it's a great pan for doing paella. And so I made my paella, and I just did pictures. I didn't even do videos this weekend, but I had so many people comment about, how fresh it looked, because I showed the supersonic chopper with the tomato, the onions and the parsley in it. And I showed some of the other things that I'd chopped up and just how you put it together. That's what people want to see. They want to see the products in action. They want to learn new recipes. You can educate them. And in doing that, you're going to be able to talk to them about the products, because right now that pressure cooker is on sale and it's thebomb.com, and you can do pot roast, and you can do barbecue chicken sliders, and you can do dried beans, and you can make soup in 15 minutes in the microwave. So anything, what I always like to tell people is that with the pressure cooker, anything that you could do in a slow cooker, you can pretty much do in our pressure cooker, but you can do it in a matter of minutes instead of hours. So this is a tool that's going to make such a difference. And it uses the microwave, which uses very little energy and doesn't heat up the kitchen. And you've got it on sale for 10 more days. So start talking about it. If you do not have one yet yourself, you do need to order one. But use some of these videos that are out there. Go to YouTube, pull some of the videos off of there. There's several on there. I looked at some of those tonight, and there's, several different ones that you can pull. Some are, better than others. Some are short, some are long. You use the tools that are out there and take advantage of that, and make these some big sales for you this week as well. You're right, Teresa. Creamy chicken is delicious in the pressure cooker. And it's so easy to make, right? And Charlie's going to be picking his Move It Monday winner. So you better be commenting, because he likes to see your comments there as well. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull our slides back up and just talk to you for just a couple more minutes before we close up tonight. As I said, the new catalogs that you saw, there's going to be some early openings of things tomorrow at 3. So check, I'll post more about that later. And then, of course, our September mailer is coming with those great impressions offers. You can order your samples of some of these now and get those in so you're ready. I want to remind you that we have these great superpower workshops going on. Some of you took advantage of that last week. In fact, if you were on one of the Unlock Your Superpowers last week, go ahead and put in the comments maybe one of your big takeaways, because I know several of you shared with me some of your takeaways. Share in the comments some of the takeaways that you got from the one that you did last Tuesday. These are being led by our regional vice presidents. And whether you've done one or not, everybody can get on and learn, because every single time they do it, it's a little bit different. So it's kind of this, it's got the same outline, but it has different speakers. It has different testimonials, different top leaders in the country are sharing their best practices. So it's a great way for you to learn as well. And I know one of them, I remember once somebody told me when I said, what was one of your takeaways? And they said, to just basically learn to listen. And I often say, we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We should talk half as long as we listen. And, and don't throw up on people. That's the other one. Don't just like everything doesn't have to come out. It's just like with our videos, when we're talking about our products, don't tell everything. Get them interested so they want to come back and see some more. And that's going to make the difference. So coming up tomorrow in Spanish, but then Thursday night, there are 2, one at 7 p.m. Eastern time, one at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Congratulations, Angela Moylan, maybe? Because Boylan would be like B-O-Y. So Angela, congratulations. Make sure that Charlie has your address so we can send you a gift as well. But guys, this is the information. Write down that ID number, 976-2724-7786. I do have the link posted on the page. Look for this picture in the top under the pinned post, and that in the comments, I have a direct link for this to get on Thursday. Let me know that you're getting on. I have a special little group that I have created for those that got on. And when they're all done, I'm going to pick a couple of winners and send you some prizes for being on as well. All right. Now, I also want to remind you that we have coming up on September the 17th. Write that date down, September 17th. We have this special Create Your Dream Life workshop coming up in Ringgold, Georgia. Ringgold is like 15 minutes or so, 15 miles or so outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. We have a great room block at a Hampton for just $149 a night. That's a super rate. And with 4 people in a room, that's next to nothing. It's an easy drive in from, a lot of places. And even if it's a little bit longer, we have some folks that are driving it just because they don't want to miss out on this great day of training. And you can earn your seat at the table with our featured speaker, Cheryl Smith. Cheryl is a former Tupperware rep, Tupperware manager, Tupperware director, Tupperware business leader who went to work at our home office for many years. She was what we called the chief party officer. She has so much knowledge about our products, so much knowledge about growing a business, and she is our featured speaker and will be there to share with you some tips and tricks of the trade, tips to help you grow your business in our workshop that day. We also have some great speakers from around our region that are going to be there. It's just, so you don't want to miss out on that. It's from 12:30 to 4. It's only $25 to register, and that gives you raffle tickets as well for our raffle. And it's going to give you that great day of training. And you could also qualify for the Breakfast of Champions with Cheryl as well. So get busy working on that. To $1,200 in sales and 2 personal recruits. Some of you have already got your recruits and are working on those sales. You've got until September 14th. There's no reason every one of you doesn't qualify. And we want to see you there because it's going to be amazing. All right, so I'm going to close up tonight with this, this quote, and I need to do a little banner real quick. Hold on. And this is for you guys to answer me, okay? All right. So, don't fear failure. Just fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today. And I think that that's such an important thing because fear can totally paralyze us and keep us from being able to do things. And that fear, as I said, can be false expectations appearing real. It's something that we've created a story and we're kind of stuck in this place. Is it true or not? Well, I want you to face fear I want you to face it, and I want you to look at it and say, you have no power over me. I am not being held back by what might not happen or what might happen, because what might happen is the best thing ever. So I'm not going to be held in chains by my fears. I'm going to face them. I'm going to move forward. And because if I can do that, then I won't be looking back over last year and going, gosh, I wish I'd have just given it one more try. I wish I could have done. I wish I had. We don't want to wish anymore for what we could or should have done. We're going to do what we need to do so that we don't have to be wishing for anything else anymore, guys. Don't fear failure. This is it's your turn to shine. It's your turn to be the best that you can be. All right. So thanks everybody for jumping on tonight. We are looking forward to a great close to this week. Lots of more things coming and looking forward to seeing you at the top. Are you ready?